Yo, peace and love, family. It's the Hood Psychologist. I'm here with the legendary
Nia Queen, and this is the What's Good With You podcast.
Hey, this is just our attempt to bring, some awareness to the fact that we don't talk about the mental health in the black community, and we're gonna change that with this podcast. Nia, you wanna tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you come from, your background? Talk to us.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in Norwalk, California. I'm from here. I got my undergraduate degree from Hampton University, the real HU, in 2017. And I got my master's in social work in 2019.
Oh, you're killing it.
I've always wanted to work with children, but specifically in the mental health field, I feel like if you work with children and address their trauma and address the things that they have been through as a child, they won't carry that into adulthood.
That's facts.
So that's really why I am in the mental health field. That's why I'm a therapist, and that's why I'm a child therapist, because I feel like, I could kind of
catch it early.
Yeah, catch it early. I don't want to say save the kids, but, catch it early.
No, but I feel you, though, like intentionally, offering services at an early age so that they can carry that, through the remainder of their life. That's real important. For me, I'm from San Bernardino, California. Grew up on the west side, right in the midst of the gang neighborhoods and the gang areas. I never got involved in it. I always tell people I think it's two type of people that come from the hood, especially men. It's like the people that get caught up in the streets, in the Velcro the streets. Mm-hmm. But then it's also you got the people that we don't typically see in the media, is the people that use their environment to, be an advocate for change and try to change the narrative of where they come from, And I really like to take a stance on that. That's why I call myself the Hood Psychologist. It's like when people hear the name, it's like it's automatically alarming in their head, because it's like a psychologist from the hood. But wait, the hood is, gangsters and gang members and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I went all the way out to Kansas to get my undergrad degree in psychology, a school called Bethel College. It's a private institution. I got my AA degree from Valley College in social. To be honest, I don't even know what that AA degree was in. For real, I just got it. They sent it to me when I was out there in Kansas. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to take it. But yeah, most definitely, I'm in the mental health field just to bring awareness to the fact that, this is as important as your health, and we don't talk about that. We don't address that. Like, it's easy for your parents to ask you, like, yo, have you went and got checked up by a doctor? Have you went and got a physical? But it's so hard to say, have you sat down and talked to somebody about what you're experiencing?
Right.
Like, the way you acting and whatnot.
Right.
So, we gotta change that narrative. We gotta bring some more awareness, especially in our black communities, because like we go through so much on a daily basis, but we just overlook it. Like we don't pay no attention to it.
Right.
Because
we suppress it or avoid it.
Avoid it. And we suppressing stuff while we getting oppressed at the same time.
Right.
It's like, come on, man.
It's not going to come out good.
Yeah, something got to give.
Right. And I really thought it was really important to have a male perspective on this podcast, because I know it's a lot of podcasts out there, and I know it's a lot of mental health and a lot of black female therapists, and that's great. And I love those podcasts because I listen to them too. But I want to encourage black men to, be vulnerable and address.
Too masculine.
Yeah. It's like you could be masculine and still be aware of your emotions. It's not.
That's facts.
It's not going to make you look any more weak, but that's the stigma. So it's like, males feel like they can't show all this range of emotions because they know it's a stigma attached to it. So I just really want to encourage, healing. I want to encourage, being real with yourself. Not just, this is not to judge anybody. Like, I'm going to talk about my personal experiences. You're going to talk about yours. We're not condemning anybody. We're being real with ourselves so that maybe, somebody can listen and be like, I went through that too. I didn't even notice that I was doing that. I didn't even notice that was from my trauma from when I was 10 years old. So I just really, 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 really can't wait, for everybody to hear this, because we have a lot to talk about. Yeah,
we're going to bring that real authentic heat to the topic of mental health. And I should also mention, how old are you?
25. I just turned 25.
25, yeah, I'm 23. So it's not like we ain't no old folks coming to you. A lot of times we don't, like, I notice working in schools with kids and stuff, like, the programs are developed for kids, right? Schools developed for kids to succeed, but a lot of times they getting their information from people that's like 40, 50, 60 years old.
Right.
Teachers is always older. So I think it's so dope when the youth, people our age actually say, look, this is the reality that we living in, and I was in your shoes not too long ago, like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not no old head, telling you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's like, no, I lived that experience not too long ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like, even in my job and working with, preteens and teenagers, it's like, I'm trying to be that person that wasn't there for me when I was their age. Nobody was really talking to me about trauma and anxiety and feeling down and motivation and all this other stuff. Nobody was talking to me about that. I just thought like, I need to do good in school. I need to impress my parents. Like, I had so much pressure on me and nobody to really talk to me about that. And say like, it's okay to feel like this. Like, let's deal with it in the right way instead of in the wrong way. So it's just really important to me. And I just have a lot of, peers I see on social media, just people dealing with stuff the wrong way. Like, and it's like, you know.
They ain't got nobody
like, I could tell that person is hurting.
That's facts.
And, some people say that's annoying about me. Like, why are you always analyzing me? It's like, I'm a therapist, and that's just what I do. I analyze people. That I always see, like, I'm like, ooh, somebody didn't teach you something when you was younger. Like, not in a judgy way, but it's just like, people think because they don't talk about it that it doesn't exist, but it comes out in your behavior, in your everyday relationships, whether it's, romantic or friendships or your job, whatever, it comes out in your behavior.
That's facts. That's facts.
It's definitely we're gonna keep it really real.
And to be honest, like, a lot of times I be telling people, like, I never tell nobody it's your fault that, you going through your, whatever you're going through mentally. But just like you said, there ain't too much resources even available to us that we even know about. So, like, for my job, I'm a program director for a mental health organization out in San Bernardino. And a lot of what I do is I sit in meetings and I speak in meetings to promote the services that we got to offer to, not just the black community, but any community, just youth period. We want to be able to touch youth period. But a lot of times the funders is like, we don't really want to. Like, the city of Rialto is probably the first, not even the city of Rialto, but the Rialto School District was one of the first people that took on our organization, was like, come in and do work specifically for black kids. Like, that's what we want y'all to do. You got licensed therapists, you got pre-licensed therapists on your staff, you got people with bachelor's degrees all right, come talk to our black youth. Right. You know what I'm saying? But other districts, they kind of like hesitant on pulling that trigger and actually
they don't put the money behind the mental health services. And it's like, no, I'm not going to talk about my job, but I love my job. I love my job. But I feel like people don't treat mental health as serious as your physical health, and they really should. That's what I'm saying. Yep. And they really should, because, a lot of stress, that's gonna cause you to have physical symptoms eventually. For reals, like, you can't sleep. It's like you have to learn how to cope with it in a healthy way, because eventually it will take its toll on you. It will take its toll on you. And I feel like 2020 is very important to be mindful.
Throw the year away. Throw it away.
But it's just like, you have to be mindful in 2020 of your emotions, because, we're quarantined. We're stuck inside. Like, you're gonna have to face yourself. You can't run to go out. You can't go to the club. You can't go to the bar. You can't do all the things that you would normally do to distract yourself. Now you're forced to deal with it, and a lot of people still can't even deal with that.
Hey, now more than ever, people need mental health services. It's like you're saying, you don't got that outlet no more. Like, you don't got school to get. So you dealing with some family stuff. You know what I'm saying? And now all your schooling is online. So what's the kid do? He locked in the house with the parent that, you know, whatever's going on in the household. You know what I'm saying? He don't got that, or he or she don't got that 8-9 hours a day, you know, away from their peoples. They people ain't even working. You know what I'm saying? So.
But even for adults, it's like I said earlier, they don't have those distractions, and all of their things that they've been avoiding is coming to the forefront now.
That's facts.
It's coming to the forefront now. And even, you know, in my own personal experience, whenever I was feeling down, like I would flood myself with a whole bunch of things to do. And my therapist said, why do you have to do all those things? Why can't you just sit still? Like, what's wrong with sitting still? And I was just like, I don't know. I can't, like, I need to be doing 5-10 different things so that I don't feel, you know. But it's like sometimes you need to sit down. You need to take a break, and you need to allow yourself to feel. A lot of people avoid, and they don't allow themselves to feel what it is that they're feeling, and then it comes to a head at a later point. So, I hope that we can, you know. We're gonna have a lot of good topics.
We're gonna bring some light to that. We're gonna bring some light to just mental health, you know, overall, especially for the Black community. Like, I think that internal healing is a part of your protest. You know what I'm saying? We all out here in these streets. We out here, you know, burning stuff down. Hey, and I'm. All right, let me not speak to that, but
we know what I'm saying? This is just a preview.
Yeah,
this is just a preview. We gonna get to the bread and butter. We're gonna get to the bread and butter. But I just want to thank everybody who is tuning in, and I just want you guys to, you know, follow us on social media. We really want to interact with you guys on social media. If you guys have any questions, anything that, you know, is regarding mental health, or how do I deal with this? How do I deal with making this decision? You know, we want to hear from you guys. We want to talk about relevant things that people our age are dealing with, you know, that transitional age from, you know, teenager to young adult. We really want to know, like, what would help you guys. So our Instagram is _ what's good with you, and the underscore is twice, so it's 2 underscores and then what's good with you. And then our email is what's good with you 313@gmail.com. So if you guys have any questions, or, you know, anything that
questions, topics.
Questions, topics, and, you know, nothing is off limits. We're going to use ourselves as examples. We're going to try not to talk about other people, you know. So we have a lot of you know, different experiences that we can discuss, and we're going to keep it real. So thank you guys for listening. Yeah, most definitely. So this just the intro, just giving y'all a little taste of what we're going to bring. Most definitely intentionally keeping it real over here. What's good with you? What's good with you podcast. Thank you.